Of course it's gonna rain. Of course it's gonna rain after my hopeful morning. I'm gonna get absolutely pissed on. Good job. Oh well, I'm not getting fuel on the way home then. Balls to that. Balls to it. I'm gonna be miserable all the way home in the pissing rain. Do you know what? On the thought of being miserable all the way home, right? This was like the thought was spurred recently, but like just before I finished work, there was a guy commenting, right, taking multiple like two comments, multiple shots fired. I don't know why. All of them an absolute. You can tell the sort of the generation and the thought process behind a lot of people from the comments and insults used. The first one, well, I think it was just a case of being a miserable fuck, where my offhand comments about tractors getting in the way and needing to pull over was taken as a serious comment of, oh, I should be grateful for the food they provide. Shut up, boring cunt. You don't provide food, Sainsbury's do. And then the rest of it is like, oh, you're 125, you're going at pimple popping speeds, and I'm like thinking to myself, well, first of all, right, anyone on two wheels deserves respect. As much as I take the piss out of people's bikes on a regular basis, I obviously don't think that. If you're on two wheels, do you know what? Like, you have my respect for taking, the path least travelled. You know, less and less people, especially in the UK, choose to get a bike at all. So whether you're on a 125, 50cc even, up to some mega power H2, you're all my best buds. And I'm not going to be offended if you go, oh yeah, your bike's a 125. I'm like, well, it's not. So, and I'm not so deeply materialistic for that to be offensive. Oh, you've called my little VFR a 125. Nah, I don't give a shit, mate. And then it was, he dared himself. Oh, he took the challenge of watching the whole video, and he's quite upset. Which I thanked him for that view time, which is quite nice. Brings up the average. About I work in a burger joint or something. Like, in this day and age, genuinely, if you're holding down a job, fair play, absolutely fair play to you. There's a lot of people that can't be asked to do any actual work at all. So hats off to anyone, taking care of business and looking after themselves, and perhaps even supporting a young family or all family. We just don't know. But it does make me wonder why people would. I mean, yeah, if my comedy, if you want to be as generous, right? It's not for everyone, sure. I mean, I don't really take anything, seriously. In this day and age, I'm probably going to say that quite a lot. Current day argument. But there's a lot to be serious about. But if you were just going to watch everything and be all fucking doom and gloom, I mean, you may as well just sort of turn the oven on, but not light it or something. Just gas yourself. Probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. I'll get myself demonetized. I'm not even monetized, so I can say what the fuck I want. Yeah. But, do you know what I mean? I don't know, why would people choose to be a miserable old bellend? If you don't like it, just don't watch it. That's fine. I'm not going to cry over spilt views. I mean, it can't be an age thing, because that's just generic and boring, is it? An old fart. I think at any age, you just wake up one day and, from now on, I will be miserable as fuck. It amazes me how anything ever gets done these days. People are so quick to label you as other and therefore dehumanize you. What's going on? What's going on? I mean, you've got to pull in at some point, mate, so just fucking pull over. Jesus. Wept like a little bitch that he is. There you go. I've said something about religious now, so you can't be dull, religious jokes. Can't ever use that as a possible insult. Is that what I've got to do? I've just got to insult everyone and anyone and everyone, and then I can no longer be. I want to go down the next junction, but you're taking forever, so we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do that. I also figured out where I went wrong on my little detour, which is French for, fucked up, went the wrong way. So yeah, so here's my plea, right, to everyone out there. Just lighten up. Lighten up, break some rules, talk nonsense, talk some bollocks. Ask some questions that you've got no intention of ever really learning the correct answer for. And then speculate on what would be a fun answer instead. I mean, I know that probably makes me sound like an idiot who knows nothing or learns nothing. And you would be correct. It makes me wonder if, is that the reason why people are just, they're incapable of, you know, recognising a joke? Because that's what it feels like. People just can't seem to, like, they think everything that I've said is like a seriousness. Oh, watch out for that gravel. Oh, I'll get you. I mean, some of the stuff I say is clearly based in a nugget of thought. That I have thought those thoughts, and I'm simply expanding upon the definition. And sometimes I'm saying things because I think, that's funny. Gravelly potholes. Maybe one day we can all come together. That's it. That's the end of the thought. Just one massive circle jerk. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why people feel the need to try and insult. And I'm not talking about like bants like fatty, you know, just joking around. The need to say something with intent to cause emotional distress. It's beyond me. It's beyond. I'm sure that guy, because I've recognised his old fucking face as well. I think he's chopped stuff before, so he clearly likes what he sees. Do you know what I mean? He's secretly getting off on it. Probably got a secret YouTube account. I see those from time to time as well, like brand new accounts with some gobbledygook name, followed by an absolute stream of naughty words. Share the road, people, come on, share the road. We all pay council tax, probably. Is he pulling out? Well, that's right, I saw you. I mean, it's clear that fucking van didn't see me, but good job. Someone's paying attention, do you know what I mean? What would have happened? I might have had to get my serious face and done some serious shoutiness. You son of a bitch! Can you do that? Can you do bus lane stuff, or is he just turning? Can you? Because is it any time thing? Is it an anytime thing, or is he actually just turning? We don't know. Or care. He's doing a turn. He's doing a turn. Got to be careful with those bus lanes. Because I know like not all of them. Carte blanche, that's French, I think. I know a lot of French actually. I'm quite well travelled. You know, not a lot of people and not a lot of bus lanes will allow you in. I think the London ones do though. I think. And like sometimes like the little signy things will say whether you can or you can't. Generally, I'd stay out. I mean, I don't know what the cameras are like. Sometimes like you just go in them and you get beach slapped. You get bitch slapped. Oh, let's go there because he's already had the white line, and I don't want to get mistaken for being in the wrong lane or something, confusing someone so they run a red light and I get blamed for it. This was my mistake last time. I went straight right. If you go left and then right, I mean, where the fuck are you going, mate? So this technically should remove the Dunningsbridge clusterfuck. The problem with this is I checked this bit and I don't I don't remember what comes next. I think if I just follow the road ahead, it takes me where I want to go. I was all proud of myself then for checking the route, and then clearly not enough. Right, Formby and then dinghy straight ahead. So we'll go straight ahead. Right, well that's what we'll do. So we won't go straight from the right lane because some people don't like that. We'll call them wankers. I'm only joking. But you are though. I mean, if it's open, then I'm using it. I'm going to use it. Oh god. Right, if I go to straight ahead, right, I actually want to go to Southport, but, right, the trick is here to go straight ahead. Oh, I know where this bit is. This is the little bypassy bit. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, I could have just turned left right then and just take the dual carriageway, But this is now become a journey of discovery. This is now historic Sefton. We're now explorating the world. Why is it hot? Why am I hot and raining? What's going on? What's going on with the weather? Why are my hands hot? Oh yeah, because of the heat grips. I mean, that's not too bad of a detour. I mean, the reason why I was taking the detour is because I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to do too much filtering today, and then had to do some anyway. There is no unfilterable route. I think for me, I have to at some point squeeze past some cars. I was half tempted to take a huge detour and go completely out of my way just for a change of pace, just to change up that status quo again. Oh, it wasn't a guitar book. It was just a music book. So musical notage and chords, which is fucking useless to me because I don't know any of it. Don't even know why I have it. Probably bought it years ago. I had delusions of grandeur. No, why would I though? Because I've never listened to Status Quo. I mean, I probably have. If someone played a Status Quo song, I'd be like, oh, that's what I've heard that before. But if someone said, name a Status Quo song where I'm going to shoot you in the face, and well, that's it, goodbye face, because I haven't got a fucking clue, mate. How long have I got? Do I have guesses? Can I phone someone? Preferably an armed response unit. Yeah, if that gap in traffic had coincided, I probably would have let the car out then. But I couldn't be bothered, essentially, is what happened there. Is that I considered it and then just couldn't be fucked. So I decided not to. Can I squeeze into this little... There's some trucks and trackers there, taking up all the road. Also, I routinely see farmers that will employ foreign nationals, house them in huts or cabins, charge them for accommodation, take their accommodation, out their wages, and modern slavery is what we normally call it these days. Modern slavery, yeah. I see that on a fairly regular basis these days. Yeah. So I wouldn't carte blanche. Oh, there you go, French again. Woo-hoo. I wouldn't say they were all, doing things out of the good of their own hearts. Let's face it, if you stop paying them, they wouldn't fucking farm anymore. It's not a happy coincidence that they like to grow stuff and we like to eat it. At some point, if the money stopped, the fucking growing food stopped too. Is that a Renault F35 something? See, that's too small, but that's not a van, isn't it? That Vauxhall, that's not a bad size. It's not a bad size. Right, that was a guess. That was just an absolute... Ow! Fucking rain in the eye! Jesus! Fucking weaponized water. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and I'm back on the old track. Ah. But that wasn't... It was the bug thing that's in my visor. Get out! I've seen Starship Troopers. You can fuck right off. Whoa, what's going on here then? I'm gonna squeeze right in there. That's now my space. And squeeze out around there. I'm gonna be careful of these turning. I'm pulling behind the Mini. Keep in mind this car doesn't fucking bolt. No! There's a hideous creature gone now. Ugh. I wonder if it laid eggs anywhere. Yeah, so I was talking about vans. I mean, I'm looking at them on Auto Trader. Under duress, I might add. My wife wants to continuously check Auto Trader for some fucking bizarre reasons. It's quite big. That's a the old Ford Transit. Long wheelbase, nice and high. But there's there's sort of like you're looking for the Venn diagram of like what it costs to get a van, a decent one, since most, if not all, second-hand vans will be well north of 100,000 miles, and depending on what they've been used for, generally covered in shit and dinged up. I'm not so bothered about the whole covered in shit and dinged up thing, because I can always clean. That was quite little scouse thing there, slipped out. I didn't even have to keep on top of that. I can always, you can just clean something. It's not the end of the world. Something dirty and filth. Ducky. But mechanical issues, I can fix to a certain point. I mean, I can technically weld. I just simply haven't done it for 20 odd years, so technically it doesn't count. I mean, it's the same it was me saying, someone saying to me, oh, I've had my bike license for 20 odd years. Ugh. Yeah, mate, well, I'd learned to weld 20 years ago, but fuck me, you wouldn't stick an oxyacetylene torch in my hand, or a fucking MIG. you'd be taking a big risk there, pal. So there's a lot of mechanical jobs I can do, and obviously some I can't, which can be used to keep costs down. But then there's like the cost of conversion, because you need the wood, the electrical gubbins for, if you want to have like a leisure battery setup. Some vans will already come pre-equipped with like solar panels and stuff like that. But the benefit there is I can make it more fitting for what we want, what we require, as opposed to if we buy something that's already done. I've either got to do a lot of the work anyway, or we've got to like make do with it as is. I mean, a motorhome itself is quite expensive, but the problem I think of is like to get something like a motorhome, a specific camper van, becomes like it's a very large expense that gets used a couple of times a year then, as opposed to, if you had a van, you could either make it so see, my idea was right, would be like folding things, so you can fold out like the bed and the table. So instead of having like a cooker built in, have everything fold up, and then like a storage space for things like the cooker or whatever. You can just get like a little camp stove. You don't need to have anything like integrated. It seems to be like an extra step of faff. What you really want is somewhere warm to sleep, and if necessary, somewhere a space for cooking food, if needs be. I don't need like all these friggin' LEDs and pish. So having a space that I could, in theory, purchase a motorbike and then collect it in the van, and then if required, I could also do a bit of foldy, and then ta-da! I've got myself a camper van. Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. That 2 birds, because there's quite a lot of bikes for cheap. It's just a question of picking them up, which becomes a huge issue. Look at that tailback from one fucking tractor, and you're telling me that they shouldn't be legally obliged to pull over and let people go home. Disgraceful. They should be morally obliged, if anything. Hope they're ashamed of themselves keeping that skip from working. Yeah, so I see bikes all the time. I wouldn't mind having a little project bike. It's a little mess around with. Buying it is one thing, and getting it back to my house is something else entirely. So if I could combine the two thoughts of my wife wanting a camper van and me wanting to purchase other bikes, that is what we call like a marriage, isn't it? That's a compromise. That's what that is. Right? Has this been serious enough for you people? Have I touched upon the important topics of me wanting to go camping in a van? Okay, for the last we'll be super serious for the way home. I thought kids have already fucked off. Yeah, I thought the kids had already gone home. I mean, they're going home now, but home for good. Well, not for good, but for the summer. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, serious questions, serious topics, seriousness. Trump almost got shot in the face. I kind of talked about it this morning. We can't do a doubler. Some German school got banned from telling the kids to shut up because it looked like a wolf salute or something like that. I really need to look at actual proper news sites. I don't even know where I'm searching. I have to find some of these crap out. I'm surprised that Jay Slater's still in the news. I found that amazing, because he doesn't even have a pair of tits. So he's neither a child or has tits. So why people are like still talking about him is quite beyond me. I thought we'd all agreed to just label him a wr'un and then dismiss the idea of anyone caring. I mean, shocking, yeah, shocking. He went, good old British boy went missing and got drunk and wandered off. Well, he got drunk and wandered off, escorted by a dealer, but allegedly. The question we need to ask is, why is that bus stopping? Why would that bus need to hold traffic up when there's clearly people with shit to do? Does a sticker on your car technically make it a school bus? Is it dreadlocks? Yeah, I thought it was. I could smell it. I thought some funk in the air, and I was like, yep. Do you know what? I just figured it out. No, I'm not going to. I'll say it. I'll say it because no one ever watches this far anyway. Crossing guard for the blind. There you go. Said that. That's what I said. I said did that. Thumbs down on this video. The same way I got a thumbs down for asking if Thundercats was racist. And I'd actually, you know what, I checked, I did, and he was the only black voice actor that I could find. Although he did voice a cat. Well, obviously it's Thundercats. Snarf, and I think he voiced something else as well. So yeah, I was right. No one else in the main cast was a black voice actor. Stables available now. Did I close all my pockets? I just don't know. Yes I did. Yes I did. Fortunately, due to the beauty of fairings, when I often forget to close my pockets, like they never get any wind buffeting, so they've never lost their content yet. I mean, obviously I shouldn't continue to test that. Oh, I can say though that the battery of the DJI camera. Let's try saying that again, but you know, actually pronounce things. Did you know the battery on the DJI camera can survive a trip in the washing machine? Yeah, there you go. I tested it for you. It's waterproof. I also closed the case of the missing battery. Couldn't find it anywhere. And then I put some jeans on the other day and I was like, oh, I've got something in my pocket. Oh look, it's the battery. I mean, the joke's on me actually, because it's one of the ones I used today, so for all I know this camera's not recording a damn thing. Come on, don't make me put my foot down. So the moral of today's commute is lighten up. There's no need to be so miserable all the time. Even if you think a joke's not funny, recognize it as a joke and get a grip. Dominance. Yeah, fucking learners. Fuck them. So just what we need, more drivers clogging up the road. Ugh. The moral would be to don't take everything I say so seriously. I do sarcasm quite well. There's a little feather in my cap for that. I do sarcasm remarkably well. I think the best form of sarcasm is when I say something sarcastic and the recipient of the sarcastic remark isn't entirely sure whether or not I'm being serious. So they get to look at it with that little squinty-eyed look. Like, was it the Fry meme? That's what I get all the time. Are you serious? That's the best kind of sarcasm. I think the same people who take life too seriously are the same type of people who look at something like the new speed limit rule on cars and think, yep, safety. That's a safety, that is. Well, thank you very much for keeping me safe. And the type of people that do 20 in a 20, and it's not hot, right? This isn't a hot take. This is just actual common sense, right? And for clarity, 100% serious, right? Serious face is firmly in place. I mean, you can't see it because of the helmet, but trust me, serious face. 20-mile-an-hour limits are dumb, and if you do 20 when there isn't a camera or anyone or any police officer around you, you are dumb. You know, genuine thought, that is. Absolutely 100% genuine. Only a retard, an artard, would willingly subject himself to a 20-mile-an-hour limit. Was it Dublin Rides I was watching? I don't watch a lot of the videos, but he does have some, mainly because, right, I will clarify, just in case he ever, I mean he won't, but just in case, it's not like I don't like the content, but there's a lot of stuff on there that is geared toward learner drivers and newer riders even. There's only so many can you use exercise bike, not an exercise bike, as in like a bike of any specific cc, you know, as a beginner bike. The answer is always yes, by the way. If you think, oh, can I use this bike as a learner, the answer is always yes. And the only dependent factor would be your ability to control yourself. Yeah, so I don't watch. When he has like some interesting discussions, I do like to watch the videos on those. And he was talking about speed limiters, and I think my comment was along the lines of, the only thing that it makes me think of is things like, you know, if there's a camera in a car, then how long before, you know, the cars are automatically reporting the driver for breaking the speed limit, or other drivers that if they overtake, if your car's doing 30 miles an hour and 30 and someone overtakes you, then your car recognises the number plate and fires it off to send out a fine. It'd be perfect, that would, wouldn't it? It'd be bloody perfect. I mean, I'm not a fan at all of anything that removes control away from the driver. It is my decision whether or not I want to break the rules, not the government's. They put the rules in place, and I can decide which ones I will follow, which ones I will not. Oh, that was a bit cheeky, wasn't it? And someone was like trying to defend this stupid system, and I had to point out the fact that the only thing it does, the only thing is related to speed, right? And I still think if you get hit about 50 miles an hour in a 50 mile an hour road or a country lane, you come off at 60, you're still about to have an absolutely bitch of a day. So it doesn't like carte blanche really across the board prevent death from speed. It doesn't prevent drunk drivers driving while distracted, on the phone. It doesn't prevent people running out in front of the car, you blowing a red light or pulling out of a junction without looking. It only addresses like a very small factor, or I should say, it addresses a factor when it comes to car accidents, and it does so by removing the ability to control your vehicle. What the fuck are you wearing, mate? See, I don't know why we're doing 15 miles an hour. Literally do not know why. She'll be a prick. Yeah. Let's just fucking dominance them all. I'm the son of a bitch. See, it's okay when I do it. It's okay. Look at that little beast. I want one of them. Yeah, there was a guy in work who was saying how his car, like, if he tries to change lane on a motorway without his indicators flashing, then it will pull the car back into these lights best. Oh, I'm going to kill one of you, and it's going to be the small one that can't run very far. She's smiling. I didn't even know how close she came to death. So I said to him, like, what happens if you need to, like, swerve? Will the car, will it recognise that you're trying to get out of the way of a hazard? And it's like, I don't know. And things like lane assist and stuff like that helps you stay in lane. I don't know, it blows my mind. Even cruise control is a pain. I tried to use it at the weekend. Like my wife's car's got cruise control. I think most cars we've owned for a number of years have had, cruise control fitted, and I've never actually bothered to use it. It was just a pain in the arse because there was none of the cars were consistent speed. So some people are like, adaptive cruise control. At what point do you get to fucking drive the vehicle? I mean, driving a car is already pretty boring as it is. If you give people less things to do, they're not going to go, yeah, I'll just sit here and pay attention. That phone's coming out. That's it. The phone is going to be firmly, in their hands. They're not going to be looking. You need to fit a button on the dashboard that if you don't press it every 20 seconds, the car's brake slam on, like, to make sure people are paying the fucking attention to what's going on. Not buttons that make you do less. And if you're doing a long motorway journey, you've got adaptive cruise control and lane assist on, and then you literally have to pay zero fucking attention to what you're doing then, do you? And then, it's a plane. Oh, my little dog does not like those planes. Oh no. Oh, planes give her the judds. They're trying to pull in front of them. Yeah, probably. They just need to start making things with no electronics in, apart from the ignition system. Remember when you could adjust the timing, a car's timing by you get the dizzy cap and you just start rotating it so it sounds good, and you're like, oh yeah, that sounds good, done. Nowadays you got to plug a fucking computer into everything, and I like computers, but I don't know why they have to be put in everything. Why is everything smart? Like fucking smart fridges. You can get a smart fridge that's got a door that lets you see what's inside if you press a button. I mean, we've had that around for years, mate. That's called glass. We've got them in the Tesco's. We've had them, trendsetters, for absolutely years. Someone was telling me about how it's you've got a smart wash machine that you can set it up and so it'll come on at a certain time and then it'll mail him or whatever to say that the washing's done. I was like, yeah, but you've still got to load it and unload it by hand. So what would be the point? I don't know. How much extra do people pay for this shit? I mean, sometimes the gadgets, you pay for convenience. I think is what it boils down to. But some things just require inconvenience. Oh, careful on those grates. Oh, it's wet. Oh, gonna fall over and die. I don't know. Oh, I just realised. Fuck! I've become a miserable old. I've done it, haven't I? I have transferred. I have metamorphosed in the span of this this one commute. Shit. I started this all happy-go-lucky, and now I'm a miserable bastard.